Hello everyone, welcome back to another makeup video. Today I'll share my overall thoughts on the Get Ready With Me cosmetics products I've been using for the past month. Specifically, I'll be sharing my review on the Radiance Tint multi-use concealers and the milk tints. There's also gonna be a mini giveaway, so watch the entire video to know the mechanics and how to join, and wait for further announcements at the end. Before filming, of course, I've already cleansed my face. I then applied some lip balm and now I'm applying this hydrating toner from Hada Labo. This particular variant, the one with the green label, is formulated for combo to oily skin types. I also applied this brightening serum from Manufactory. Then, this gel moisturizer. I love this one because it has a cooling effect on the skin. And lastly, some face mist from the Face Shop for additional hydration. While waiting for my skin to dry down, I went ahead and did my brows first. My brows look a bit weird because unfortunately I'm having a bad brow kind of day, but whatever, I just decided to proceed with the makeup. After doing my brows, I then applied my primer from Fenty Beauty. Now, here's the star of the show. I have here the Get Ready With Me Cosmetics Radiance Tint. I have two shades, 27 and 21N. When I bought these from Shopee, it wasn't really hard for me to guess what shade I would be, but I still bought a lighter shade just in case. So for my skin tone, 27 is actually a good match, but I find it a bit too yellow in person when applied. So I mix it with a bit of 21N just to neutralize it a bit. I mostly apply shade 27 on the outer perimeters of the face, and then later on you'll see I'll apply 21N on the center. I used my brush to blend the product out, and as you can see, I don't have any blending issues. I don't see any streaks, and overall it looks really nice on the skin. The coverage is also really good because it helped minimize my imperfections, the veins, redness, and even my pimple. I would say the coverage is really buildable, but it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. The overall quality, like from the packaging down to the product, is really good. The regular price of each is 349 pesos. Which I think is very reasonable considering that the product is, again, really good. It's actually nice to see a small brand offering a really good shade range for Filipino skin tones because let's admit, there are bigger brands out there who have been in the beauty industry for so long. Yet the base products that they sell are still not so inclusive for Filipino consumers. Honestly, we don't know the reason why, but I think there's still hope because I'm seeing more local brands really striving to improve their products nowadays. But yeah, overall, I'm just really impressed by how this brand was able to offer this kind of product at such a reasonable price point. To conceal and highlight my under eye and other parts of the face, I used 21N only and just used the same brush to blend it out. Moving on, I'm using another shade of Radiance Tint, which is 36 Cocoa, to give my face some definition. Initially, I wanted to get the shade Honey, which is a more cool toned color, but during the time I purchased, if I remember correctly, it was out of stock, so I just decided to get this one. At first, I really thought it's going to look super muddy on my skin, but surprisingly, I was wrong. As always, the key is to apply a small amount of product first and blend it out to make it look seamless on the skin. If you think there's not enough, then you can build as you go. I also like this particular shade as an eyeshadow base because the color is really nice whether you use it on its own or mix it with other eyeshadow colors. Here, I'm adding a bit of 21N on my chin because for some reason I forgot to put some product on that area. So here's the other star of the show, the Get Ready With Me Cosmetics Milk Tint Volume 2. I actually bought two shades, buttercream and 2.15 coffee, but the one that I'm using for this video is buttercream. I already know that the milk tint is no longer a new product because during their initial launch, they have a different packaging. I remember adding the shades cheesecake and 100% sugar on my cart back then because I really want to try them out, but I decided not to proceed anymore because I've been seeing mixed reviews because of the packaging. So when they released volume 2 and now it's in this new and improved packaging, I finally got convinced that it's the right time for me to buy. For the actual product, I'm actually impressed by how easy it is to blend. I actually always put a lot on my cheeks whenever I use this because the doe foot applicator really dispenses a good amount of product when you pull it out from the tube. But honestly, even if I apply too much, once the product sets, for some reason it still looks good. I know some people don't like their blush to look very, very obvious, and there are also some people out there who likes to really put more, so it just really depends on your preference. I also used buttercream as an eyeshadow color, and to slightly darken the outer and inner corners of the eyes, I used the shade Cocoa, which is the contour shade I used a while ago. Both products actually work together perfectly. On the center of the eyelids, I just applied a shimmery eyeshadow. Unfortunately, I already forgot the actual product that I used, but you can actually use any eyeshadow that you have. After tight lining the eyes, I then set my entire face with the MAC Studio Fix powder. This is actually a powder foundation, so I used a fluffy brush to make sure I'm not going to apply too much. So while I finished the rest of the makeup, I just wanted to share my overall experience after using these products for a month. So for the Radiance Tint Concealers, again, I love the coverage, how it blends on the skin. I have really oily skin, so I always go for a base product that has a matte finish. I would say Radiance Tint as a base makeup lasts pretty well, but it doesn't really mean I won't get oily anymore throughout the day. So if the weather is really, really hot, then I really need to use some blotting paper and maybe retouch for 2 to 3 times. But inside an air-conditioned room for an entire day, the oiliness isn't that severe. For the milk tint, it also lasts pretty well as a blush. I remember the first time I tried it out, I was so impressed because I wore it before starting my work. And when my shift ended, I was about to remove my makeup and do my skincare. And surprisingly, the color is still visible on the cheeks. As a lipstick, I would say it's also good. It doesn't really claim to be a transfer-proof product anyway, so I didn't really expect much. It lasts, but of course, if you eat really, really oily food, it will eventually wear off and you'll need to reapply. So that's it for my overall product review. And if you reached this part of the video, thank you so much. As mentioned in the beginning, I'll be having a mini giveaway. So if you've watched the entire video, you didn't skip, by now you already know the mechanics on how to join. So for this mini giveaway, one winner will win these 2 items. So there's one Radiance Tint in the shade Cocoa, which is the contour shade I used, and also one milk tint in the shade Buttercream. The giveaway will end on August 3, 2022, Wednesday, and the winner will be announced on my Instagram stories on August 5, 2022, Friday, 8 p.m. Good luck for those who will join, and thank you so much for watching this video. As always, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!